Yo, what is good, you guys? My name is Crazy Pie. In this video, we're going to be talking about potential new game modes that could be coming to Apex Legends, hopefully very soon. Now, everything that I do say in this video, please take it with a grain of salt, but from what I have seen on Twitter and from what I have seen on Reddit with the upvotes and everything, these modes do seem kind of cool, and everything is getting pretty popular within Twitter and within Reddit. So if you look at it on Reddit as well, we have this guy has around 1.3 thousand upvotes in only around a day, which is a ton of upvotes. But yeah, so there's a couple of game modes I want to talk to you guys about in this video. Still obviously not doing too well, but we are getting better, so that's good. Daily video should hopefully be returning, and if you guys enjoy this video, please feel free down below to leave a like as well as subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for 3.6 thousand subscribers. That's actually insane. But let's get into these game modes. So this guy, he goes on Reddit by the name of British Stewie, and he came up with a list of additional game modes that might work in Apex Legends that would be available for a limited time only. That is in quotes from this actual article. I will leave this article as well as the Reddit post linked in the description as well if you guys want to go check it out for yourself. So with the actual game modes that he has come up with, he made 2 badges for 2 of these game modes, and the first one that we talk about is the Easter event. So basically, I don't know why this would only be for Easter, because it doesn't really make too much sense, but it does have a pretty sick banner badge, so that is pretty cool. Basically what this Easter event game mode would be, it's basically going to be, obviously like it says, only for Easter, but all of the knockdown shields are actually gold. So if you put this into perspective here, if we're actually playing a game, it would kind of make sense, you know, because then you could just respawn yourself and you'd have like a second chance in every single game. I guess it kind of does make sense for Easter now, because if we think about it in like the religious terms, how Jesus died and then he rose again. So technically, I get the pun here. If you die, you get respawned back with the gold shield. Alright. But if we think about it logically here, if anyone in this mode is playing with at least more than half a brain cell, I'm not saying it's a bad mode, but like theoretically, once you knock someone, you're basically gonna want to try and kill them right away so that they can't respawn, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not really too, sure if this would work, because, if you just down someone, why would you just let them respawn themselves? Because you already know they have a gold shield, so it doesn't really make that much sense. But the badge is called He Rises, and it's basically called Pull Off One Self Resurrection. And then I'll put a picture here on screen. It just shows a little bit of an Easter egg in the middle of it. Kind of cool. It is a cool mode. It just, like I said, wouldn't really make too much sense in my opinion, but it is pretty cool. The next one here, this one's my favorite mode out of them all, and it just works. It just works for me. I love this mode a lot, and I have a feeling you guys are gonna like it a lot too, if we can see it in Apex Legends. So this mode is called, it's basically just a rotating event, which is like, it's just one of those modes that'll rotate with the other ones so that we always have an LTM. It's basically all of the guns are gold Mozambiques, and then there's no shotgun ammo and no melee. So I believe you only get 3 shots within this Mozambique, and then you have the clip, and you can't get any more shotgun ammo, so you're gonna have to go around and find another Mozambique. So that's pretty good. Alright, I really do like this game mode, because if you think about it logically, this would incentivize people to rush as hard as they possibly can, because the Mozambique doesn't have that much range. And we don't have a different game mode where people are constantly using short range weapons, so this would be the first game mode in Apex where we actually have only close quarters gunfights. No sniping, no long range, no medium range, no LMGs. Only the freaking Mozambique boys. That would be so cool to see in Apex. Only people running around with Mozambiques. I would love to see this. Raise your hand if you would love to see only a Mozambique game mode in Apex Legends. And not to mention, the badge that you can get for your banner card is absolutely sick, man. Like, if you show up to the lobby and you pull out this banner card, you're gonna get some high praise, alright? This is probably the coolest looking banner card, easily the best meme looking banner card I've seen. The badge, it's basically called 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. It seems hard to get, but you have to get 10 kills during this event. And I'll put a picture on here. It's basically a Mozambique inside of a gold diamond. I love it, dude. I love it. Just a little Mozambique chilling there. Absolutely adore it. Alright, now the next rotating event here, it's going to be called No Limits on Number of the Same Legends on One Team. Now, I actually have a video clip, and I'll try and find it and put it over here, where I have 2 Mirages in the same game. Yes, I've actually played in a game where there was 2 Mirages on my team. So I mean, this would be kind of cool. I feel like this will be a very sweaty game mode if there wasn't a limit on what legends we can use per team. Cause like, imagine using 3 Wraiths, right? And they all just kind of flank you. That would be pretty overpowered. Or if you're using 3 Pathfinders, that would look very funny to see. Now, alright, it would look super funny just watching 3 Pathfinders all sprint at you. But I feel like this would be very chaotic, but that would also mean that it's very fun. And honestly, I think in Apex at this point, all we really need right now is just these very chaotic and crazy game modes, because all we've really seen is trios. So that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Now, the next event here is an actual summer event. This one is not really the most, interesting, not really the most, wow factor, I guess you could say, but this would only take place in the summer, and areas near water now have high tier loot, or higher tier loot, which would be kind of cool. So if we think of it this way, cascades, bunker, bridges, water treatment, all those areas would now have higher tier loot, and I believe cascades or bridges already has purple tier loot, so if that gets higher tier, maybe we can even see a gold tier loot in those locations for the summer. That would be kind of cool as like a map changing event. It could change, where people drop into the map within Apex, and it could just change all the rotation routes as well, which would be very cool to see. Honestly, I think this would be a very good change. Water treatment in and of itself right now is an extremely bad spot to drop. Alright, that was way too... maybe it's not that bad, but like still, if we can see a better spot for water treatment and more loot for that would be pretty cool, and I'd like to see it. Now the next rotating event here that he has is kill leader is always shown on the map, and the kill leader also gets 2 times survival experience points. This one is kind of cool. It reminds me of Marked for Death from Titanfall 2. If you don't know what that means, it's basically one player is marked for the death and every single person can see them on their map. They basically have a giant skull over top of their name. Basically every single time that you are the kill leader, you'll have a massive skull over top of your head or something indicating that you're the kill leader, so every other person on the map will be able to go over and find you. And if you're an experienced player, it's basically like you're John Wick running from all the other assassins, kind of. I think this would be super cool. You basically have bounty on your head because you're the kill leader. Maybe even if you kill the kill leader, you get even more experience and you maybe even become the kill leader, kind of like tag. But this would be very cool, and if it were coming down to the final 2 zones, I think it would be a little hard. So maybe if you do get into the final 2 squads or even the final 3 squads, maybe take it off or disable that part of the game mode just for that area. But I feel like it'd be pretty cool, and I feel like it would be very interesting to see, because you'd have a lot of squads running on your area. And if you guys think of it this way, when you call in a dropship to respawn your teammate, you already know you have 1 or 2 teams on the lookout for you guys because they see that ship in the sky. But now, if they see a massive beam in the sky showing that you're the kill leader, you're gonna have 90% of the lobby running over to you, which would be pretty cool. Also pretty chaotic. Alright, now the last one here is a Christmas/winter event, but I personally feel like this should just be a rotational event. And honestly, when the L-Star comes out too, this would be pretty cool to see when the L-Star comes out actually as well, because what this is care packages drop much more often, like really often, like deadly often. So that wasn't quotes, by the way. I would love to see this, because if the L-Star comes out, it is rumored to be a care package only weapon. So if we have care package dropping like every 5 to maybe every minute or something like that, this would be very cool to see, because we would have a lot more players running around with Krabers, Mastiffs, and even L-Stars, which would make it very cool to see, because you only get to play with these weapons a couple of times throughout the day. You have to basically pick and choose whether you want to take this weapon or not. But now that it's an LTM, and now that if they do make it into an LTM game mode, it would be very cool to see this, because then you'd be able to basically use these weapons whenever you want, because you'll always have a supply drop falling into the map. I feel like this would also give more cover to the map as well, because you can also peek in and out of these supply drops, around the sides of them when you are in gunfights. So this would be pretty cool in terms of the actual cover around the map. But also, like I said, it would just be very cool to see, more teams running around with Mastiffs and Krabers. Imagine having a full team with Mastiffs as well as L-Stars, you know, L-Stars as well as Krabers, you know. That would be super cool to see, and then just have more of a fun experience within Apex Legends. So hopefully, you know, Respawn did see this tweet. You know, it has 1.3 thousand upvotes, which is a lot, by the way, and you know, they did confirm new game modes are coming. So hopefully they do see these game modes and they do add these LTMs into Apex Legends. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, if you guys did enjoy, please feel free down below to leave a like as well as subscribe to the channel so you never miss another video. I've been Crazy Pie. I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, boys. Have a wonderful rest of your day.